make it look like
I did like 12 years of ballroom dancing when I was younger. So I was competing in that sport. So if I meet someone that does some sort of dancing that is with a partner, I can like dance with them really well. And that's like, what's the fun out of it, right?
I think she's saying like in a traditional sense of things, it looks bad on him, but you guys don't have a traditional.
We literally fuck other people though. Well,
I know. I'm just saying. No, that's what I'm saying. You
would it look bad?
guys don't have like from a traditional
also-
standpoint.
But
Hold on. From a traditional standpoint, it looks bad, but you guys are not traditional. I think that's what she's saying. It looks bad, but
wait,
not
is it,
taking-
wait, hold on, wait. Even in a
It's not
traditional
bad. It's not
aspect,
bad
like
in
you
a
can go to
tradition.
weddings, like sometimes other people dance with other people.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you guys ever
Shade,
danced?
like it's not like they're like
I know you're
grinding.
not like at a ballroom.
I'm not
dancing
okay with
event.
if I marry my wife, I'm not okay with her dancing with
And that's
anyone.
great.
Saying
Your
that-
insecurities are yours to deal with. But I'm
It's
just
not
saying, like,
insecurity. No, that's not insecurity. Time out. Whoa. It's not an insecurity. It's just a boundary I have. It's not
and that's
insecurity.
fine, but it's
an
not. But it's not
insecurity.
just
It's not
a
an
boundary.
insecurity.
It's you saying that, like,
It's
in a
respect.
traditional relationship, this wouldn't be okay. Plenty of people dance with other people. It's not a huge deal. Now, if they were like grinding on each other, or some shit, that'd be different. But when they're going through like moves on like a ballroom dance thing, I think that if you got a huge problem with that, I think that's just more about
So
you.
wait,
than
why
it's about me.
why is
Okay,
my boundary?
let's pause it there. Talk to me about that moment and what you meant. First of all, what did you mean when you said boundaries? What does that look like for you?
If I'm dating a woman seriously, I'm just not gonna like send her off to go dance with some guy. Like that's in my worldview of things, that's inappropriate.
Now, what if it was like a male friend of both of you? Like, so let's say it's like, you know,
Then he would know better if he's friends with me. Don't touch my girl. I don't touch your girl. You don't touch mine. I'm not into this whole new age kind of like situationship. Well, this is like this and that's that. Like these like weird like rules that people just rationalize their perspective. Like I just don't deal with like this weird new age relationship kind of thing. I'm doing like, that's my girlfriend. Don't touch her. You have a girlfriend? I'm not going to touch her either. Okay? Like that's just like old school man respect. I feel like I'm being treated like I'm like a psychopath, and it's just like, no, I just don't want you touching my girlfriend, just like you probably don't want me touching your girlfriend either.
you think it would be different if it was like, say it was somebody you were married to for like 20 years and, you know, you wind up having, you know, your friends and their friends. You've got like another couple that you're friends with and the vibe is different. Because I'm just thinking of like my mom and dad. I see what you're saying when you first start dating somebody.
Yeah.
And I see what you're saying through the lens of like, that would be awkward. Like, I think there's a lot of guys that would say, well, I don't want to see my girlfriend dancing with another guy, period. But
most guys, most guys are not going to be okay with that.
you think even like later in life, or things could change maybe in a marriage, or I think that's what Destiny was getting at when he was like, well, you know, a wedding, you think about like a jolly where everybody knows everybody. It's not some random guy. It's not threatening in any way, or like, oh, that could actually turn into something kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've never been married for 20 plus years or dated anybody that long, so I can't give my perspective, but I'm just still along the lines of like, I really don't want anybody touching my girlfriend or wife. You know what I mean? Maybe that's like a more of an old school kind of way, but I'm really, when I date girls, like I'm not okay. Like I don't want a girl who's gonna like want to go out and have lunch with her guy best friends and like go out with like a group of guys at night, go drinking and stuff. Like that's not what I do, because for me personally, for my life, I'm really serious about my business, you know, getting my message out and then, you know, growing my financial, you know, competency just in life in general in multiple aspects.
Yeah.
So I really don't have time to like be at home and like wonder like, okay, it's 11:38. She hasn't like texted me back. She's with a bunch of guys. Like I'm not going to put myself to date a woman like that because I don't need that like worry. It's not even she's cheating, but like what's going on? She's out drinking. Is she going to get punched? She's going to get shot here in Miami. Like,
Shot here in Miami. What you saying about Miami? It's true though.
Dude.
It's definitely true. Do you like it here, by the way?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I do not like. I like to come visit Miami, but there's no way I could live here. It is a cesspool for dating, and I'm not trying to be negative or toxic or you know whatever.
No,
but
I'm agreeing with you, and I
No,
do live
it's-
here. I
it
don't live
is-
in Miami, but
it is like it feels like a transactional cesspool.
it's dirty.
It's becoming the new LA, in my opinion.
Oh, I think it's actually, when it comes to Miami, to me has like a vibe that actually feels a little darker than LA when it comes to dating, the dating component of
Yeah,
it.
no, I agree. Like, I just don't want to be in a place where everybody's like, oh, like, did you go to this restaurant and it's owned by this person? And Do you know this person? Do you know? I'm like, no, I don't
No, I don't
care.
care.
Yeah, exactly. I
Me
don't
too.
care. Just
Exactly.
leave me alone. I just want to drink raw milk and like eat healthy food,
man,
go to the
this is how
gym.
we get along.
Like,
Kelly, do you hear this?
like
Raw milk.
That's me too. That's why
Yeah.
I'm always like, I'm in the wrong place because I don't care about your fancy club and I
No.
don't care about your fancy restaurant. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to eat my like grass fed beef at home.
is this
in
food
peace.
cooked with seed oils, lady? It's cooked in seed oils. Get this away from me.
Do you
You
know
know?
Sterling Cooper?
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Oh, he would he'd be like
Me and
applauding.
Sterling are buddy
you're-
buddy. Yeah.
Okay, so Sterling is someone else that like I'll tweet out like, oh, I want to live on a farm and just see green grass, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Sterling
so-
Cooper's a great guy.
Yeah, no,
Really.
he's really smart and
Yeah.
really attuned to a lot of components of the matrix when we talk about health and wellness. I'll see his tweets and he's talking about like fluoride and how it's like wrecking everybody and all. It's really interesting stuff. So, I'm curious about your personal boundaries. If I know you just got out of a relationship because you said so.
Yeah.
And that seemed to have not ended well based on your attitude about it. But what are your boundaries? Like, do you you can speak to that as much as you want or don't want to, but when you say you have your own boundaries, like you don't want a girl you're dating to go out with her male friends, etc. So what are your boundaries? Do you set them out and say, these are okay, these are not okay? What does that look like?
How are we doing on language? I got to be PG.
No. I don't censor anybody, so
Okay.
just say what you want.
I mean, okay. I just want to keep you monetized. No, just like any. I'll code the word it. Any 304 type behavior. I just can't. I'm not dealing with it.
Do you say that up front?
I'll just I'll just look at the girl now because my crazy detector is like 1,000% dialed in now, and so like, but I can't deal with any kind of host at all. Like, a bunch of guy friends always hitting you up. You always need to be out. You need to be on the scene.
Worst.
You're posting like half naked things on Instagram. Like, I don't deal with women like that because it's just gonna cause more problems.
Is she allowed to have guy friends at all? What if they're like guy friends that she only hangs out with when you're around, or you know them, you actually happen to like them? What if it's something like that? Are there any exceptions? In other words, it's like, actually, how do I say no loudly?
For me, I just don't like it because I'm like, my mom's really traditional. My mom's from Trinidad, so she doesn't have guy friends. She's like, women are women and men are men. She doesn't think men and women can be friends, really. And, she's a real faithful Christian woman to her new husband. And that's like kind of my model as well. Because, look, I know how desperately thirsty the modern man is. And girls typically think that this guy just wants to be their friend. But if she were to give him an opportunity,
Right.
a shot at the title, he's going to take it. And so for me, it's just, I don't know, the stress of it all. I just don't want to be worried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm at the point in my life where I've done enough work. I'm successful enough that I can just be like, no, I just don't want to deal with that because peace of mind is everything.
Have you found yourself in a situation where you've not had that boundary and it's bitten you in the behind? Like a girl did have male friends and it turned out that she was hooking up with, like, has this hurt, like, wrong? I don't want to say hurt you, but has it wronged you in some way that led you to this strong feeling about it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like just keeping, one thing that I learned was like when you enforce boundaries and then somebody doesn't listen to them, like after first strike, the shit was totally gone. But there's second strike, third strike, that's when you just have to notice like, okay, like we need to have a serious conversation if you want to be here or not, because I'm kind of at that point now where I'm done like the whole casual dating and all that stuff. Like it was fun and all that, but once you like really master the skill, you've gone on like 100+ dates, like it all becomes the same. It's all kind of bored. It's like, oh, like we're pretending we're interested in each other. And then,
No more racking up the body count then, in other words, you're on a different path.
no. Because, I'm just kind of, I'm over it at that point. And I'm too successful right now to even chase these crazy women anyways, because I think a lot of guys forget that when you're constantly chasing women who are involved in this hookup culture, like those chicks are a little off too. and then so you're bringing that energy into your life. And then if you're trying to be on the straight and narrow to like be successful, maximize your whole core 4 money muscles game frame, you can't like have like a crazy chick like in your life, like derailing you, keying your
Oh, no,
car,
they'll wreck your life.
keying your car,
Stop.
trying to get. I mean, I've heard some horror stories from my
That's
clients.
real crazy. That's like next level crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard those stories as well.
Stealing ATM cards, draining the accounts, and then calling the police and blaming the guy.
Stop it.
I've heard a lot. So, but going back to the whole thing, every boundary I have is because of a past relationship blunder, and like, yeah, I just realized, like, you know, I think a big thing a lot of guys don't know that is like extremely crucial too is like single female friends that are friends with your girlfriend while you're in a
Oh,
relationship.
troublemakers.
Dude,
They'll derail that.
they will intentionally go out of their way to sabotage
they'll
relationship.
sabotage because they want their company. They want their girl to go out and party with them. So they got to make, a mess for you. Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
I mean, I feel like you're a woman. You should speak on this more because like people just think like I say it. I'm like I'm just
no,
a
I
jaded
do.
old
I talk
man.
I talk about girls that I say misery loves company because
Yes.
they're unhappy, but they want their partner in crime. And when that girl gets into a relationship and things are going well, and suddenly she's like, "Well, I'm not going to drink tonight." Forget it. It's like, oh, my fun's over too. I got to derail that, and I got to get my drinking partner back, my slutty partner back, my hook up. Let's just make out with a bunch of guys partner back. So yeah, that could be a huge problem too.
Haram. No.